This goes out to Gary, the wine room, Alexander, Rush, and the fans of the world. Since the beginning of time, my life has been spent playing Neil's work forever. The first concert ever was 2112. I bought a kit from Percussion Center from Neil Graham, 1978, Thomas Superstars, because I had to play exactly the kit Neil played. I still have them. I played them all my life. I learned every song, all of them. Vil Scangiato, one of the hardest, Natural Science, Jacob's Ladder, Endernos, Anthem, all of them. Now, years later, 4 years ago, I'm now 59. I was involved in a motorcycle accident, crash in Arizona, where I was in coma for a week. And my son and daughter flew to Arizona, and the doctor asked them what would wake him up because we're pulling the plug. It's hard for me. My son then went in the room where I was dead and put on Tom Sawyer. I played it note for note in coma and then woke to what's the next song and where's my bike. Neil said, that's the hardest song you ever played. I did it dead. So the hardest song you ever played was done while it was ingrained in my mind, the song so well, obviously, that I had no choice but to wake up. Neil did it. He's the reason why I'm alive. So, Alex, I know what you meant about a year spent 10 months of doing nothing. All I've been doing since Neil passed is non-stop playing. Can't quit. I do nothing else. That's all I've ever done. Geddy, you're a monster. I call it the Pink Floyd syndrome, where the bassist and the drummer so in tune, so every beat it is the same with each other. You and Neil are that. Alex, you're also a monster. And that's not a scary thing. That's just a genius. And the collaboration of you three together made my head spin for my life. Without Neil, what the hell are you guys going to do? How's it going to be that you can't go on? I would like to play with you guys. Neil's with me. Since he passed, it's been so much easier to play his music. For some reason, I feel like he's spiritually with me because he's the one who woke me up. So, and understand the fans, how much they appreciated and loved the music of Rush. So I'm not just a fan, I am Neil that lives on. I'll never stop. I can't understand how I could. Alex, for you to stop would be insane. And Geddy, I don't know how you can go on without him. And I'm having a hard time with it. Just him not being on the planet anymore, but in a metaphysical way, or spiritually, he's here. um, just the time signatures alone, like Neil said, it's beyond time. He's beyond time. Nothing stopped. He's still here. Still playing every note through my head. It's not easy. Limb separation, ambidexterity. You're not left or right-handed. Neil wasn't. Limb separation, immense. To be able to do that is taxing on your mind. Left side of your brain controls right side of your body, and likewise, otherwise. Well, to play his music, open-handed, closed-handed, the drumming, match grip, traditional, all of it has to be there, every bit of it. And the timekeeper, that hi-hat, BPM, correct all the time, no matter what the time signature is. It's the metronome internal clock. That's how it's done. Drummers out there that know this know what I'm talking about. That's the only way that the entire show could go on, because all of the lights, everything has to do with the time signatures following the BPM. Now, for people who don't play, you may have a hard time understanding this, but that is what it is. And you cannot possibly understand it completely unless you're a drummer. And of the stature that Neil produced to be able to play it, Mike Portnoy knows. Big Roll knows. I know. Everybody knows as a drummer how difficult it is to play his music. Now, it seems so easy for me now. Every song, YYZ, it's like, and the reason Clockwork Angels was written, because the clockwork of the metronome, him being an angel now, lives on. Now my left foot on the hat becomes predominantly so easy. Without it being there, you could not possibly pull off one song by Neil Peart, because it has to be there. Every really good drummer that's of any means a real drummer knows that that timekeeper needs to be there. But without it there, you can't possibly do it. It's impossible. And the tuning of the drums, everything has to be so there, because Geddy, without that, your notes wouldn't match his drums, and likewise otherwise. Alex, you're flying way above them, and them I mean Geddy and Neil, because your notes are far above reaching and expansive. For you guys not to get together all the time when writing this music, and I know this is true in different areas of the country, Canada, creating these songs separately and then getting together in the studio and just playing them and producing them at the level you did is amazing. It's genius at work. Musical genius. And the thing about that is that a lot of bands will play and play and play and play and never come across that moment where they realize we really don't have to be together to do this. Here's the thing. If you're going to be on stage and do this, practice is when you practice a song. Rehearsal is when you rehearse what you have practiced. And performing it is when you perform what you've rehearsed. There's three things that have to be completely separated and in tune. Therefore, when the performance is done, it's so easy. But if you don't do this, it'll never happen. Sting said it perfectly. He's the one that made some of us recognize that's what it really is. To be able to, I'm talking to you, Gary, Lee, tapping your left foot, playing the move synth with your right foot, the keyboard with your right hand and the bass with the left hand, and singing the song at the same time, it's pretty much impossible. But you do it without, looks like you could smoke a cigar and drink a cup of coffee while you're doing it. So easy, because it is what it is. Easy once you're at that level. I've been at that level for so long, it's now ingrained in my brain that Neil is still here, speaking through me. Don't quit. I get. I'm a drum rush Neil Peart junkie. I've always been that. And everybody knows me as Little Neil. I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's where percussion center is. And it's just because the drums were built here don't mean that I'm a better drummer because of it, but I lived through it. And I can't stop doing his part. My kit is now at my son's house. I'm playing an electronic kit where I'm at now. I became disabled in the bike wreck. The only thing that gives me any hope, the only thing that gives me, I can't move very well, but I must play. And it hurts bad after I've done it. This is my only exercise, my stretching, my keeping alive. If without it, I wouldn't be here. So I can't stop. So I'm just letting you guys know that you shouldn't quit. To the day you die, you're going to keep doing it. And you have to keep playing. You have to do a show for the fans. At least one. Maybe two. Not a tour. Just a farewell to Kings. But you're not gone. Bill's not gone. I'd love to just be able to play one song for the people with you guys. And maybe three. We could do Tom Sawyer, then my favorite song. And guess what that would be? All of them, but Red Barchetta, and then YYZ, and then maybe, I don't know, you guys pick. I love La Villa Soñato. That's just a beautiful song to play. The Trees. Just amazing. Yeah, all of them. Passes of Bangkok. It's a funny song to me. Some of them make me laugh how easy they sound to people to play, but then the way you guys do it and cut through it and chop it up and make it sound so simplistic is the amazing thing. That's why everybody grooves with it, and it brings today new music. Every time you hear it, you hear something new. And since Neil passed, when I play it, now it's become so prevalent that I never knew him. He's teaching me everything now. It's kind of insane, crazy to say, but it's the truth. So much easier now. Like he's directing me, like a conductor of a symphony orchestra. How do you think that works? It sets well in my mind because, like I said, without him I wouldn't be here. My whole life dedicated to doing this, and now, because of Neil, I woke to be alive today. I must keep doing it. And all you fans out there, it's just, I saw a video of it. The fans got together and they have a club, I guess, and I'm talking to you guys too. And one fellow said he's been to 180 shows. I've been in 2,000 shows. with the band. What I mean by that is I played them in my mind throughout my life, about 10,000 shows, and I'm still doing shows today. I just got done with the show, and I only played 10 songs. It's so taxing. It's very difficult. I think, Mike, you said it yourself. I'm not musically, mentally, or physically capable of taking Neil's place. The physical abilities, as Getty said, I believe, it's the hardest thing to do. I mean, if you're hard playing the drummer on the stage, oh yeah, maybe they're not doing as much physical work, but they are. Fingers, hands, arms, head, brain, all of them are. It's taxing to remember all of that. And remember, Mr. Pointner, you said, they asked me two questions, liquid tension experiment. Why did I cut my hair? And how do I remember all that? And you had a poster board on the wall in the studio. Sugar High, Sugar Low, Zappa. 13 bands named with up to 6 time signatures beside each one of them. Metropolis. That alone, that song, I played it many times, and it's not easy. And for you to say it'd be difficult for you to do it, I understand. Because you played your music your whole life, and I played Neil's music my whole life, and I can hardly, some of the stuff you do, Mike, is like, I love it because it's a challenge. So, that's the only thing I've ever really done is something that challenges me. Mediocrity, you can't do it. I can't do it. I think it's going to be something that people understand when they come about to try to realize how difficult it is to actually play the drums with Neil. You sit down and do it, it's one thing. Neil Graham Percussion Center sold me a pair of Eastern Acoustic Works sidefill monitors to play with, to learn Neil. Nothing else would keep up with the sound of those drums. Thomas Superstars. And yes, because when Neil hits the drum, you know that you aren't there. The only way that you know you've actually got the song is when you don't hear yourself playing it anymore. When you're playing it with them. When you become absent and you're not hearing anything but him. That's when you know you got it. Same way I learned how to sing. I opened for a band called Warrant. A long time ago we were called Torque. At a place in Fort Wayne called Mickey and Billy's, and that was fun. Not being the drummer was weird. Robbie Gooden was the drummer. Fantastic drummer. I got him when he was very young. He came to a practice that I was having. It's a rehearsal. I practice, remember? And I showed him Rush. He became a fantastic drummer. Not because of me, just because of Neil's ability to portray what you can really do on the drums. Really, it's what you can't do on the drums is what is stress. What can you not do on the drums? Well, most of us cannot play Neil's music because it's nearly impossible, a lot of it. In his solo, in the R40 tour, if you look at that, it's all written. That's what people don't understand. Look at Neil's music on paper. Try to figure that out. I read and write music, and I had to write down Natural Science and Jacob's Ladder, a lot of the songs, and decipher them and decode them, and the intro, the first verse, the bridges, the outro. It's so taxing on the mind to put that all in your brain and then try to play it so you disappear. What I mean by that, so you disappear from being heard. Then, you know you got it. If anyone out there can pull that off, and I gotta say, Mattel, Cohen, you're beautiful, and It's funny that you just pull it off and you giggle about it. You pissed off so many drummers on the planet when you came about. Love it. It's amazing how amazing you play. And you know what I'm talking about, the timekeeper, because I see it. I see your heel bumping, but your foot, your toe, is actually operating the hi-hat, but you're still keeping time, which is the way to do it. But stick technique, and I know Neil, they probably listen to me right now also, and Steve Smith of Journey. You took some notes from him. A lot of people don't know that, but the rotating stick technique, it's not an up and down movement, it's a circular motion. Keeps the flow of that stick working in such a predominant manner where you can't fail. And so many things that Neil taught me through life. It's just the stamina of being there and doing the thing and keeping it going and never quitting. Quitters never win and winners never quit. Yeti. I want to hear you talk about it. I want to hear you say that. And Alex, I'm glad you picked it up, and you and Andy and the methodical music that you're doing now. I'd like to hear that. I mean, I'd really like to be there when you guys play it someday. I mean, I've not got to meet you guys. It'd be great. It'd be the only thing that would really make it anything fun for me anymore. Because this is all I've ever wanted to do. Hang out with you guys because you're so funny. Yeah, and the bag. Alex. That's just amazing. The bag. Gene Simmons was mad at you. Yeah, I know. You know, and the 13 weeks it took to set up the R40 tour in that arena. Um, just amazing showing your wizard of lighting. That man's genius as well to set all that up. And I'm sure that you guys probably thought, you know, this would be cool. So what is all that stuff? And wow. And when you finally saw a video of your show from the front, because you cannot possibly see all the lighting when you're on the stage, obviously, and saw it yourself, you probably thought, wow. That's what I keep saying every time I watch it. I can't watch it continuously because I always watch the drum cam, Neil, and I learn things. You have, it's just when you think you know it, you see him do something okay, now I understand how. I could do it and why. Because, oh, the left hand's up, but the right hand, oh, it's on the X hand. I mean, well, the drum kit had to be that big because all the possibilities of every drum and the sounds throughout the drum and cymbals and the matrix of everything together, the uniformity of it, it's complex. And it should be. Neil is very complex. I don't mean was. He is very complex. He's not gone. He's still here making us think every day. Because why wouldn't you think? 6 books, Oscar, Emmy. That man didn't stop. And yeah, he didn't particularly get out and jump in front of the fans. And he wasn't that guy. I pretty much think that he didn't think he was even playing drums when he was playing. He didn't really think of it like that, like I'm a star and, you know, woo. This is just what he is and what he does. It's not that complicated. Getty, you know that. Alex, you're the same way. And the book of bass, I don't have it yet. I can't afford it. I don't have money now. I used to work art. I'm an artist. I do portrait art and I'm trying to keep myself alive by still playing. I'd like to hear you guys. Talk to me. So, my YouTube channel thing, whatever it's called, Neil Rush Art. That's my email. Neil Rush Art 78 because Neil Rush is art. And my drums are bought in 78. A long time ago. Feels like yesterday because I can't quit playing the damn things. I've been tuning them for 2 weeks, and it's different to tune them because if people know how to tune a drum, and drummers who know this know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry I talked so long, but I'm nice to tell you what's going on with the world of Neil. And yeah, Alex, I get it, buddy. I just watched your video of why you were down for 10 months. Like, what the hell do I do now? And just quit playing. And it's been 25 minutes I've been talking about this. I'm sorry if I bored you people, but I had to let you know what's going on with the world today. And even though the pandemic and all the craziness, the flu season, and all of it, I know it's more serious than ever done. So, thank you for keeping me alive. Getty, Alex, thank you for keeping me alive. Intrigue. The utmost appreciation for you, what you guys have done for the world. You live through time. Rush fans, kick ass. Rush kicks ass. No better on the planet. Never has been, never will be. Y'all have a great night, day, life. All you have to do is don't get a rash. Get a rush.